Now, a very good evening to you, and thank you for choosing EBN TV. I do hope your weekend started well from wherever you are watching tonight's bulletin with me, Sami Adika. Now, remember, there is a heavy downpour in different parts of the country, and starting us off with regards to that, 2 people have lost their lives following heavy rainfall last evening. 1 victim died after a house collapsed in Kisauni, Mombasa County, with the second victim dying after being washed away by floods in Meru County. Hundreds of families were left homeless in Meru, with residents calling on the government to supply them with relief food. The residents have also been urged to be cautious as the downpour is expected to continue for the better part of the year.
Most of the homes, schools, buildings have been submerged, completely submerged. We have school-going children displaced or evacuated from schools. These are some of the consequences of the heavy downpour that we have.
Mvua ilianza kunyesha kitu saa 6 usiku, ikaendelea mpaka asubuhi. Kuamka kitu kama saa 8 hivi nikaona nyumba karibu sote siko karibu kuloa maji. Nikasikia kwanza nyumba moja maji yameingia ndani, nikatoka nje, nikaita watoto, tukatoka nje tukakaa kando. Baada ya hapo tukatoka tukaenda kwa barabara. Kwa barabara pia maji huko ndiko imejaa sana zaidi.
Last week maji inaingia kwa maboma. Sasa ile maji imeingia kwa maboma, unahamia kwa jirani yule yako karibu. Maji inawafuata mpaka huko. Sasa kama sasa hizi nimehama mboma kama 4. Sasa hata nimechoka, hata nimeacha manguo kila mahali. Mfugo wangu wengine imepotea, hata sijaona, ni ng'ombe tu nimeona moja.
Vile tuko hapa siwezi sema tumewaletea chochote, okay? Mimi nimekuja kujionea na macho yangu, mmeona nimechukua a lot of videos, a lot of photos. Tumechukua majina hapa because kitu ya kwanza tunajua mumehamia kwa majirani, sio? Huko kwa majirani umehamia, una chakula umepeleka huko. So kila na as a promise tukiwa na wapi nani James?
Yes.
Hapa ofisi ya mheshimiwa.
Yes.
Ni tutafute chakula haraka iwezekanavyo, na najua tukishirikiana na ofisi ya mheshimiwa.
Yes. Well, I do hope that Meru residents will continue being careful. Remember that I'm being told that the county still they're experiencing heavy rainfall as we speak right now. Now, moving forth, President William Ruto has vowed to fight corruption in his government, noting that he will not spare any government official found culpable. Speaking in Mombasa County during the Taxpayers' Day, Ruto lauded the Kenya Revenue Authority KRA for enhancing its revenue collection process. Now, the Taxpayers' Day serves as a platform for the Kenya Revenue Authority to recognize and celebrate exceptional taxpayers who have significantly contributed to enhancing tax compliance in the country.
Our economy has been navigating unprecedented turbulence for a while now due to factors beyond our control, including devastating shocks emanating from geopolitical as well as extreme climate events, a pandemic, and recession in between, which cumulatively led to the lower performance and high inflation. What stands out as extraordinary development is that even during this period of serious difficulty, our revenue performance continues on the path of growth, indicating that our economy is demonstrating enormous resilience. This shows that Kenyan workers and enterprises remained hardworking and dedicated, and that our taxpayers did not use global and local economic challenges as an excuse to evade the performance of their fundamental duty. It also shows that Kenyan taxpayers defied many expectations, not just to survive, but to thrive and enhance their contribution to national development. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why we are here to celebrate. There are many who would have created all manner of excuses not to contribute and not to live up to their obligations, but they chose to do the right thing. Bottom-up economic transformation agenda identifies the significant improvement of productivity in key areas as an urgent priority for national economic governance efforts. Such improvements require immense investments, and the resources to invest come from the revenues we collect as taxes. There is simply no space for wastage or corruption, because that would be the recipe for disastrous failure. Our tolerance for corruption, therefore, is absolute zero.
Now taking a look on the royal visit. After spending 4 days in Kenya, King Charles and Queen Camilla earlier on Friday departed Kenya through Moi International Airport in Mombasa. Earlier in the day, King Charles toured the Mombasa Memorial Cathedral. He also met faith leaders in the Women's Chapel before taking a seat alongside 10 other members of the Coast Interfaith Council of Clerics. The royal couple arrived in Mombasa on Thursday, where the king was received by President William Ruto at Mtongwe Naval Base and inspected the Guard of Honor. Now, away from that, 49 members of Kiambu County Assembly have voted to defend Governor Kimani Wamatangi following threats of impeachment. The MCS say Kiambu County has faced numerous challenges in the past 10 years, and it's time to focus on development and put to sleep leadership wrangles in the county. This comes just a day after a section of the county representatives issued a 21 days ultimatum to the county boss to appoint county managers, a failure to which a motion to have him kicked out of office will be initiated. Let's listen in.
Few individuals we are suspecting to be the schemers behind this destabilization of the County Assembly of Kiambu. We will not mention names, but we definitely know them. The biggest problem we are having in the county government of Kiambu is external influence, external pressure that are coming from all quarters. We have other politicians, we have contractors, we have brokers, we have people with a lot of interest that are bringing this issue of instability in the County Assembly of Kiambu. We have said these ultimatums would be better handled within the legal frameworks of the Assembly. So if any member has queries on the issue of the county government, the best way is to do it through the structures of the Assembly, not through the...
Now crossing over to Meru County, a section of women from Meru County have come out in defense of Governor Kawira Mwangaza after 59 members of Meru County Assembly voted to have her impeached. According to the women, Governor Mwangaza is facing opposition from a section of male leaders who do not believe in female leadership, noting that former Imenti South Member of Parliament Anarita Karimi Njeru also faced similar woes. Now the women want President William Ruto to intervene on the matter and ensure Governor Mwangaza is not sent home by the Senate.
Kuambiwa umeiba, unajua huyu ashika hata senti moja ya mtu. Nilifungwa sababu ya shilingi ngapi? 44,000 according to the accounts. Na nikafungwa bila fine. Walikuwa anasema first ni mwanamke. Na huyu mwanamke hata sio kamili according to them. Ndio hiyo siasa sasa ikaanza. Na si ya watu wote. Unajua ni ile excuse wanatafuta ili unapakwa matope. Sasa hutaki kuona mwanamke amekupita.
Wanasuja wetu yule alichaguliwa wakati wa mwanzo na wakakataa kukubali ya kwamba uongozi wa mwanamke unaweza endelea Meru.
Sasa hivi tukiwa kina mama especially Meru County tumekutana changamoto mingi sana ambaye inafanya sisi tukiwa kina mama karibu tunashindwa hata kuendelea kuvaa seats ama kuombea viti kwa sababu changes zimekuwa mingi. Ni historia ile ambaye ilisemekana ni kama Meru hakuna wakati mama atakuja kuongoza, kwa sababu hata wakati alichaguliwa tulisikia hata maneno inatajwa hapa na pale ya kwamba amechaguliwa, lakini huyu mama tutamtoa tu, tutamuimpeach mpaka atatoka. Na kweli it is true, tumeona imetendeka hivyo. Imefika wakati tumeona kweli huyu mama Kawira Mwangaza ni kama sasa anafukuzwa kwa ofisi.
Now, away from that, Defense Cabinet Secretary Adan Duale has assured Isiolo residents that the ongoing land tussle between the county residents and the Kenya Defence Forces will soon come to an end once the necessary negotiations are done. This comes after leaders from Isiolo County complained of harassment from Kenya Defence Forces after issuing threats to evict residents residing in the controversial piece of land.
Isiolo County is very important to Ministry of Defence and Kenya Defence Forces. It's one of the counties that we have got serious bases. Our School of Infantry, School of Artillery, and many other 78 tank, we have it here. We have lived with the people of Isiolo since 1980, and we had a small dispute. We have agreed with the governor and the entire leadership and the women rep and entire leadership of Isiolo County that we will resolve it, and we will resolve it to the best interest of the people of Isiolo and to the best interest of Kenya Defence Forces. Yes, Kenya Defence Forces is very important to our country. They defend our country, they defend the territorial integrity, they defend our borders, land, air, and sea. So there is no way the people of Isiolo will have an issue with Kenya Defence Forces. They have been our host. We have lived with them for 30 years. So we have agreed with the governor. We are going to have a series of meetings and we will resolve all outstanding issues.
I want to take this opportunity first to thank the President of the Republic of Kenya, who is the CEC Commander-in-Chief, and the CS Defence with his team. Today we had a fruitful discussion between ourselves and the KDF, and the dispute between ourselves and them will be amicably solved soon. And I want to thank the CS for that. And I want to assure Isiolo people that the peaceful coexistence between ourselves and the KDF will continue. We know the important security matter which the KDF undertakes, and we appreciate their work. For that, I want to assure the KDF that Isiolo people will not have issues with you. The small matter between ourselves and them will be solved through dialogue, and I hope soon, in the next few months, the issue of Burat will be resolved amicably. Thanks.
I just want to say thank you to our Waziri for making his time to be here with us. We've had a very fruitful conversation around the matter that is pending between the KDF and the Burat community, and is given as a framework within which we can find a solution from both sides. So we are looking forward to that moment where we can stand here again and say we've solved the matter once and for all. Thank you.
Now moving forth, a 39-year-old man was early on Friday arraigned at the Isiolo Law Courts and charged with possession of 160 bags of contraband sugar that is suspected to have been smuggled from Somalia. Hassan Adan Guyo was intercepted by a multi-agency team while transporting the Saha branded sugar using a lorry on 1st November 2023 at Garbatula in Isiolo County. Appearing before Isiolo Court Senior Resident Magistrate Edward Simonjero, the suspect pleaded not guilty to the charges and was granted a bond of 100,000 Kenya shillings. The case will be mentioned on 22nd November 2023.
Tarehe 22 mwezi huu kesi itatajwa na itachiliwa kwa dhamana ya shilingi 100 na mdhamini wa kiwango sawa na hicho ama pesa taslimu shilingi 50,000. Kesi inatajwa tarehe 22 mwezi huu, kupewa statements pamoja na maelekezo zaidi. Msuluhishi wa karibu Amina Wangeshi.
Now, the 2nd of November 2023 marked a somber day for the Christian community in Kenya and Uganda as they mourned the loss of a reverend spiritual leader, Apostle Joe Kayo. A prominent figure in the Pentecostal charismatic movement, Kayo was the founder of the Deliverance Church in both countries. His passing at 86 has left a significant void, not only within his family, but also in the countless lives he touched through his spiritual guidance.
What Matthew has said is very profound. This man that is standing here is the father of the Pentecostal movement in East Africa.
As I got born again, I will give you some little testimony so that you may now understand why I am whom I am.
Apostle Joe Kayo was born in 1937 on May 5th to peasant parents in Nyamira County, then Nyamira District. He lost his mother at the age of 12 years, dropped out of school at primary 6, enduring tough challenges and having no hope for the future. He attempted to take his own life 3 times but failed. He sank into serious crime. In February 1957, Joe Kayo got sick and was hospitalized in Mombasa. The doctors had no hope of saving him. Some nurses took him to a T.L. Osborne crusade and left him for dead. He heard about Jesus Christ, accepted salvation, and was healed. 2 weeks later, while alone, he was baptized with the Holy Spirit and had God's voice to go and tell the world about him. August of 1957, Joe Kayo Ministries began in the coastal region. By 1962, congregations had been established in Mombasa and Kilifi. He moved to Nyanza, where he stayed with Derek Prince, and later moved to Kampala, Uganda, where with others he pioneered the Pentecostal faith and stayed there for 9 years. Dr. Kayo is self-educated. While he lived in and operated from Seattle City in USA, he started at the University of Biblical Studies, Oklahoma City. With the help of Faith Bible College Seminary in Lagos, he got his THD and PhD European Bible Seminary based in Ireland, accorded him a doctorate in literature in recognition of his writing and teaching. Esther Malay International Christian University of California, USA, honored Dr. Kayo with a doctorate degree in divinity. Dr. Kayo founded Deliverance Church, Kenya and Uganda, Juba Pentecostal Church, and helped found Family of God Churches of Zimbabwe. Having lived in the USA for almost 4 years, where Joe Kayo Ministries International was registered, he returned to Kenya with his wife and re-established Church of the Spirit and Truth, under which many congregations operate. He has authored great books, amongst them The Marvel of God's Grace, The Lion Has Prevailed, The Eagle Saint, Knowing the Name of the Lord, God's Pattern for Daily Living, The Power of the Blood of Christ. His periodical Revival Digest magazine is widely circulated and is a favorite of many. According to Joe Kayo Ministries, the pioneer of the Pentecostal charismatic movement in East Africa had been unwell for some time. The revered preacher, referred to as God's General in his generation, breathed his last while undergoing treatment at the Nairobi Hospital on Thursday, November the 2nd. He lives behind his wife Rose, whom she married in June 3rd, 1961, and 3 sons who live in the USA. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Consolata Chibalonza, EBN.
Now we send our condolences to Apostle Joe Kayo's family and friends, together with his followers. May the Lord rest his soul in eternal peace. Now moving on, police in Isinya, Kajiado East Sub-County are investigating a robbery incident where a man yet to be identified stole at least 1 million Kenya shillings from a wholesale shop last evening. In the 3 a.m. incident captured on CCTV cameras, the man is seen ransacking the shop backdoor office for money. Confirming the incident, Isinya Sub-County Police Commander Patrick Manyasi has called on the area's residents to be more vigilant during this rainy season, as such incidents are on the surge.
Mimi ndio mwenye duka. Hii duka iliibiwa leo usiku, inaitwa 14 Billionaire. Iliibiwa usiku kitu saa 9. Mimi asubuhi nilipigwa na mfanyikazi mwenye ananifungulianga duka asubuhi, akikujia sigara juu tunayekanga huko kwa ofisi. Akapata hii mlango moja imevunjwa na hii nyingine haifunguki, ni kama ilikuwa sijui imewekwa supaguru. Akanipigia simu akaniambia ni kama kumevunjwa. Kuja kuangalia, mimi nikakuja kitu kama saa 3 hivi. Nikakuja kuangalia nikapata pesa zimeibiwa pesa zimeibiwa na mabati imekatwa hapo juu na wamekata mpaka ceiling na wakaingia. Kitu ya kwanza mwenye alikuja kuiba alienda kamera iko karibu na polisi kabisa, nje ya polisi, akawekelea kitambaa, akarudi akakuja hii nyingine ya store akaifinya ikaingia ikaangalia ukuta, sasa ndio akavunja akaingia.
Umepoteza pesa ngapi?
Nimepoteza pesa kama kitu milioni 1. So far saa hizi yenye nimefanya hesabu.
Usalama hapa uko vipi?
Usalama huku tunaweza sema polisi waongezee bidii juu huku kama mtu anaibiwa akiwa hapa karibu na wao na wenye wako huko juu, wenye wako huko mbali na polisi. Tungeweza sema polisi waangalie, watuchunge juu wao ndio wako na hiyo jukumu.
Nilikuja asubuhi karibu kitu saa 1 hivi, nilikuwa nimekujia sigara. Saa kukuja nikapata ile mlango ya pale mbele imevunjwa. Nikafungua
kulingana na hiyo matukio vile inaendelea, kwa Kiingereza tunasema statistics. Wakati ya mvua kunakuwa na wizi ya uvunjaji, kwa sababu waizi wanajua watu wanalala na hawatasikia. Kwa hivyo hilo ni jambo ambalo linatokana sisi kama polisi pamoja na wananchi wetu tunawamanisha kwamba watu wawe chonjo na wabadilishe mienendo ya usalama yao, kwa sababu kukinyesha ni rahisi sana upate kwamba hata nyumba yako inaweza vunjwa ukiwa kwa chumba cha kulala, mtu aingie kwa chumba cha unachokalia na upate kitu ibiwe bila wewe kusikia. Kwa sababu hili ni eneo ambayo mvua inyeshi kila mara, utapata kwamba labda watu hawajazoea, kwa hivyo tutawahimiza wawe chonjo.
Now, the national government has announced plans to establish technical and vocational education and training institutions in every sub-county across the country. Speaking in Nyeri County, TV Director Meshak Opora said the move will help enhance technical skills among the youth and enable them secure job opportunities. According to the Director Opora, 52 sub-counties have... Let's listen in.
Mtazamaji wa umilisi, yani CBET katika mafunzo ya kiufundi.
We are also having skills competition, and in this skills competition we have over 165 students who are competing, and also they are coming from 21 institutions.
We are rolling out competence-based training curriculum across the TVET sector, and this is a curriculum that is well linked with the industry, and the students will have hands-on skills to be able to fit in the industry when they complete their training.
We have the industry players who are the key consumers of our products, and the product is the skills that we are producing. And for that reason, that linkage, that collaboration of the industry and our training institutions is a welcome gesture.
Now, a section of youth in Kilifi County have had an opportunity to showcase their innovations, with one standing out after developing a bomb-detecting device. Now, the youth say the device will go a long way in supporting the government's effort in combating attacks that have been on the rise in the coastal region. A section of residents present have called on the government to support the youth and their innovations to allow that, or rather ensure they grow financially.
Today, Kilifi County is privileged to host a very important forum where we have different investors showcasing their innovations, showcasing their talents. I think as a county, this is something that we are very much proud of, because we have come to realize that our youth, our people, are very much enterprising. They have very smart ideas, and I think going forward, we are going to see to it that we support these innovations.
Innovation is a gift, that is one thing, and innovation is a platform that we are using to solve our problems that we face in the society. These young girls and boys that you can see, these are young programmers. We are providing them with kits. We are providing them with information that is resource, and we are even providing them with manpower where we can.
Now, on matters agriculture, hundreds of farmers in Machakos County have received farm inputs worth 70 million Kenya shillings from Machakos County government. Over 3,000 farmers from Mukuyuni Coffee Cooperative in Kathiani, Kakuyuni Society from Kangundo and Kambusu benefited from the supplies issued by Governor Wavinya Ndeti, who called on the farmers to utilize the ongoing rains by planting a variety of crops and trees and contribute in the fight against climate change.
Kuja kupatiana, nimewapatia check ya 28.5 million. Hii check ya 28.5 million. Namba moja, walikuwa watengeneze solar, si ndio? Watengeneze pulping machine ile ya kahawa na ile ingine ya mbuni, na kutengeneza mahali unaona wakianika nini? Kahawa. Chairman na timu yako ya board, sisi kama serikali ya Machakos County tutajaribu vile tunaweza kusupport cooperatives. Tutawasupport because najua hapo ndio watu wanaweza kufanya nini? Kujiinua. Tutawasupport, na nyinyi niwaambie, mimi kama mama nikiwapatia gunia moja ya fertilizer, enda ununue zingine 3. Si ndio? Nikikupatia hata kama ni seedling hizi za kahawa, si ndio? For example, nikupatie kama 10. Enda ununue ngapi? 20. Si ndio? Hiyo tu ni nia ya kuonyesha tukifanya hivi tutaweza kufanya nini? Kuendelea. Si ni sawa? Kwa hivyo tafadhali mimi nawaomba mtie bidii, na hakuna mtu atatoka huko nje akuje kutusaidia sisi wana Machakos. Na sisi kama county ya government ya Machakos pia tutawafanyia ile inaitwa capacity building training. Tunapeleka training, tunaita watu wanakuja kuwa train, kuwaonyesha jinsi mzuri ya kuchunga nini? Jinsi mzuri ya kuchunga kahawa. Nikiangalia hapa Kaiwa, I've done more than 8 projects hapa Kaiwa peke yake. The whole county tangible projects. Project ile inaweza kushikwa hivi, ikashikika na ikaonekana. 546 within a year.
Now that right there marks the end of EBN Weekend Edition. Many thanks for tuning in. Once again, my name is Samia Dika. Do have a wonderful night, and also remember to enjoy the rest of your weekend. Let's meet on Monday.